Hello everyone, this is OMG Captain Raven, and look what I've got. I got the Titanfall Beta for PC. Very excited to show you what this game is all about. If you haven't heard about it, it's an upcoming FPS title by EA and Respawn Entertainment. And yes, I'm going to talk about EA in this game, so be prepared for that, or turn it off if you don't like this. But not right now. It's a game, it's a strictly multiplayer game. There's no single player in this game, but there is some story being told in the multiplayer matches. Not necessarily in this beta, because I think they don't want to show everything they've got. So you have, I think, 2 or 3 maps, and they're not specifically very story heavy, but in the actual game this is supposed to be different. And the special thing about Titanfall is that you can call down giant robots, which are called Titans, which fall from the sky, duh. And yeah, you can enter these robots, and in that moment the game changes totally. So you're running around as a normal soldier, and it's very much like Call of Duty. And as soon as you enter the battle robot, you become a lot less or you should say agile. You're very slow, but also you have the biggest weapons you can imagine. And also, usually the other players who don't have a Titan at that moment don't stand a chance against you. But there might be some ways they can hurt you, but I will show you that in a second. So what can I really wanted to show you what I unlocked when I played this a couple of hours yesterday, because one thing that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about are the burn cards, and actually I'm not really sure what these do either. It's somehow you can unlock these cards simply by playing the game, and I've unlocked one slot to put a card in. You can see the other slots are unlocked at level 9 and 11, but I'm level 5, I think. And what these cards do basically is you can choose what card you want to start a match with, and then at a specific time when you want it, you can activate these cards. You can it's not shown in the game, but it is being told in the story that you are actually burning these cards, so they are used up when you activate them. And as soon as you burn these cards, the favor which is written down on the card will actually happen. So you can see scoring hits on pilots, that is other players, earns extra experience points and reduces build time. I have this card 3 times. Can also have 40 seconds of build time or Titan core charge. So I think this simply reduces the time that your Titan needs to be ready, so you can call it down earlier if you want, which could really be, I think, if these cards actually work the way I think they do work, this could be a very tactical gameplay element. Just imagine if there's a whole clan of gamers or a group of friends which all choose this card, and actually they all manage to get their Titans 40 seconds before the enemy team gets their Titans. This would basically win the game in an instant. So I think these burn cards have a lot of potential, but right now I don't see them being used very often, and actually I'm not sure how to use them exactly myself. And there's the prosthetic legs, enabling faster pilot movement speed. I activated one card when I was playing, which gave me a special weapon, which I never got to use, because as soon as I used the card I was sniped in the head. Actually the first time I encountered a sniper in this game, so yeah, that was really unfortunate. But whatever, that's enough blah blah for now. You can see you can enter the loadout screen for your pilot and your Titan, but you will see that when I'm playing the game. Actually, let's just start up the game. I really like the attrition mode, so whoop. Yeah, I didn't mean to click that. Actually, well, the attrition mode is basically you're fighting against the enemy team for a specific amount of time, and it's basically team deathmatch. And after the timer runs out, the team with the most points wins, and the other team has to flee from the map, which is another very cool element in this game. But maybe I should show you that when it actually happens in the game, because it's easier to have a visual representation of this. As you can maybe notice, I really like this game already, but I also have some doubts about things, which I'm trying to talk about later. So you can see at the beginning, when you first start up the beta, or probably also the actual game, you have these three classes. Actually, you only have the rifleman and the assassin, and later you unlock the close combat guy with a shotgun, you know. And later you can also customize your own pilots and just give them whatever weapons you want. So, but let's stick with the rifleman right now. And the exact same thing applies to the Titans. We'll just take a very usual assault. Yeah. You can see this is one of the bots. This is game. Did I talk about this already? I don't think I talked about this. This game is a 6v6 players only. You can see there are a maximum of 12 players on the game, or in the game. And this guy, for example, is a bit stupid. Also, I'm dying. Oh my god. Oh my god. So the game, the match is filled up with bots to make the battles feel much more epic and larger than they actually are, and I really like this because they make for easy targets. And yeah, it's a bit like feel good kill bait, so you can shoot down the enemy bots and actually earn points from them. Not a lot of the points, mind you, but anyway, it makes you really feel really good about your possibilities. And oh god, also the game is very hectic. You can see these are the Titans. The ones with the names above them are friendly Titans. And that is an enemy player. Let's see if we can... Come on, where are you? Oh god, this is really not the game to talk over. This is either I'm talking strange things or I'm playing very badly. But whatever. Yes, you usually have three weapons. Your main weapon, then a secondary weapon, which is usually a pistol, and you have your anti-Titan weapon. This one fires micro rockets, which are not that useful against enemy foot troops, but against enemy Titans, this can really wreck them. You can also jump on enemy Titans and shoot into important electronical systems in their back or on their head and damage them like that. So
okay, your Titan's prepped for launch. Call it when ready.
yeah, as you can see, that is basically the story thing in the background. Let's call down our own Titan, which has a really awesome animation. You can see this is my personal battle robot right now, and it has, for a short amount of time, it is protected by this shield, so I actually have a chance to enter this robot. And I absolutely love the way that all these you know, monitors have to activate when you first enter the Titan. And maybe you noticed that I was very agile and quick when I was on foot, and that is not so much the case right now. You can dash into... Yeah, you can dash 2 times. You can see at the bottom of the screen there is coming here. Yeah, this is not good. This is really not good. Okay, let's get away from here. So at the bottom of the screen you can see the dash times. So basically I can dash 2 times. I also have no ammunition left for this weapon, which is very bad because there's an enemy player threatening me. Oh god, I'm really not good at this game. Yeah, the damage core is basically one of the many abilities your Titan has. It basically explains itself when you activate it, which I really like. This whole place is crawling with enemies. But actually I think, yeah, you can see at the... It's, okay. So this guy right here, which I failed to kill, but did I kill him? I don't know. No, I didn't kill him. Oh god. So I'm not quite sure if you actually noticed this, but that guy jumped onto my Titan and shot into the vital systems of the Titan, actually destroying it. And I was unable to get revenge for this Titan, which is very sad. But you have these special execution attacks, also very cool. So I think you actually get what this game is about. It's about futuristic soldiers, very Call of Duty-like, but also about these giant robots, which really bring a new element into the game. Yes, and as we know, we lost this game, this match, which does not mean that everything is over just yet. We can actually probably die to enemy Titans, but also we could, if I can just stay alive for 30 more seconds, a dropship will come and actually get me away from this dreadful place where all the enemies are. And if I can manage to actually live through all of this, I do get extra points. Even though we lost the game, we actually then get a good amount of points to unlock further stuff, which is a really nice addition to the game. Oh god. But as you can see, that was not the case. Just have to scratch my ear here. Okay. But I think you get the main point of the game, so and you also probably got by now that I really like this game. So let's talk about not so much about what the game is, but what I think of the game in the next match. Yeah, you can see very professional gameplay here. By the way, I really hope that this video works. This is I actually formatted my whole computer and had to install all the video capturing programs, and I'm not quite sure what I'm doing at the moment, so I really hope this is getting somewhere. Yes, you can this is, I think, I have to admit, I never really played any Call of Duty in multiplayer because I never had any let's say official versions of Call of Duty. But I think this is very similar to that, to Call of Duty, that you have to earn or reach a specific rank, and then you can unlock challenges, which you can then do. And these challenges, I don't know, on the one hand they make you feel good, and on the other hand they also unlock further stuff, more weapons and everything. So you can also customize your weapons. For example, this rifle that I had as a soldier, you can put a specific scopes on it, and I'm pretty sure you can put silencers on it, just not right from the start. From the start you just have to work with what you got, and the longer you play the game, the more experience points you get, the more stuff you unlock for your soldiers and your weapons and all of this. Which is which a lot of games, basically all of them, do it right now. I think the only one that doesn't have a progression system per se is Counter-Strike, and I really like Counter-Strike for that reason, that you have the ability to get all the weapons as soon as you bought the game and not have to play the game for 50 hours to unlock the weapon that you really like. So I do like progression systems. They, of course, I mean, their job is to make you want to play the game more, so you unlock the weapons that you really like. And in that regard, progression systems work for me, because I really want to play Battlefield or Titanfall to unlock the weapon that I really like. But I'm not quite sure, is this really necessary? If your game is good enough to be fun to play, then you don't need a progression system. I mean, would it really be so bad to unlock all the weapons from the beginning? But all in all, this is a minor complaint, so it's not really absolutely not game breaking. Wow, can I jump up here? Wow, that was really cool. So you maybe noticed, if you're playing as a foot soldier, you can wall run and wall jump and all of this. And I've never actually been here. This is really cool that you can reach this point. I really like this. So, as the match just started and we have a little bit of time, let's talk about graphics, right? Because I've seen a lot of people talk about how bad the graphics in Titanfall are. As far as I know, this is actually the source engine, so the same engine that powers Left 4 Dead 2 and Half-Life 2 and Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike, which makes it all the more weird that this game is on Origin only, but whatever. So let's look at the textures here. These are definitely not the best textures I've ever seen in my life. The textures on the weapons are also very much alright, but I've seen better. Absolutely. But let's be totally honest here. Is this really what we've become, that we just I don't know, see graphics and say, well, this is not super high def graphics, so the game must be shit? I mean, there's no way to argue otherwise that this game technically could have better graphics. Oh, coming here.
Pilot, your car will be ready in 2 minutes.
I mean, this is the same thing that happened to me, or for me, with Doom 3. Doom 3 also had nice graphics, but definitely not the best graphics when it came out. But it really nailed its art design. It really knew what it wanted to look like, and it achieved this. And I think Titanfall does the very same. I mean, look at these. Look at the sky. All the shit that's going on in the sky. Look at the weapons. Look at the colors on the map. This is the people really wanted. They really wanted, or not wanted, but they really knew what they wanted the game to look like, and they achieved exactly that. So it all looks believable. This makes a lot of sense in the world of Titanfall. And really, the graphics might not be the very best, but they're far from the very worst. This is absolutely okay graphics. So, on the other hand, it also is, in my opinion, a big reason for oh no, how do I put this? The game runs absolutely stable at 60 frames per second at maximum graphics on my not very new computer, and you can also turn up the anisotropic filtering and anti-aliasing, whatever you're calling this. So you have no jaggies. You can see, I mean, the textures, even though they might be mediocre of quality, are you can see them. Oh god, oh god, oh god, that's not good. That's not good. Again, I cannot really concentrate on talking because the game is so stressful. So yeah, but you get my point, that the graphics are absolutely fine for this game. They don't need to be any better, because this really makes the game playable for most people. You don't need a computer from 2014 with the best graphics card that's available to play this game on maximum settings. And this is really what makes a multiplayer game work or not work for me, because if I can't play a multiplayer game in 60 FPS, I probably won't play it, because I don't have the competitive edge in this game. So I really don't see the problem here, and I would really like if people wouldn't make a problem out of this anymore, because it's a dumb argument to make. As long as the game is really not super ugly, which it definitely is not, I don't have a problem with the graphics not being super exquisite. What else can we talk about? I've heard the complaint that Titanfall has not a lot to offer for a $60 price point, or probably also €60 price point, and I kinda agree with that, but I'm not really sure. I mean, you have these 3 battle modes, which is attrition, which we're playing right now, playing very badly, of course, and then there is Last Titan Standing. Every player gets a Titan from the beginning, but as soon as your Titan's gone, it's gone. You cannot get a better or another one, and the first team to lose all their Titans loses the game. Come here. And there is another game mode, which is I don't know, control point or take control or something like that, which is basically the Battlefield equivalent of capturing up to 3 points and holding them for as long as possible. Sorry. and that's alright. The modes are okay. It's just not really anything new, but it's also not bad. I actually like attrition the most because it has this progression of the game starts and nobody has a Titan, and you have this combat with this foot soldier combat. This is not really going to work, is it? Nope, it isn't. And the longer the match goes on, the more deadly everything on the battlefield becomes, and I really like this progression. So it all comes down to how many maps there are when the game launches, and yeah, well, how much stuff there is to do in the final game. So right now this is a very good multiplayer game, but I'm not quite sure if 60 euros is a good price for this. So it depends on actually how much content there is in the actual game. But that already or also ties in my major thing that I'm afraid of for this game. And this has not so much to do with the game itself, but with who is publishing it. And as I think I told you in the beginning, the publisher is EA. And EA is not exactly known for very good business models regarding games. So Titanfall is very interesting because it is a new IP. It is a new game. There has never been a Titanfall game before. And if this game turns out to be a failure and no one plays it, it might very well be the last Titanfall we ever get to see, which would be very sad in my opinion. But if the game does very well and many people play it, this might also mean that EA sees that there's money to be made with this game Titanfall, and I'm not quite sure if I really trust EA to be sensible with Titanfall. So imagine if Titanfall is going to be a great success, which I actually think it is going to be. Many people are hyped for this game. It is something new. It is not groundbreakingly new, but it is not another Call of Duty. And people are actually starting to grow tired of Call of Duty. So Titanfall is probably going to be a big success. What does this mean? If Blizzard would be publishing this game, I'm pretty sure they would care for this game and actually listen to the community if there are any imbalances and get out more maps and additional content over the years, probably for free because you already paid 60 euros for this game. And that way you can make it very attractive for people to play this game. Maybe I shouldn't have said Blizzard because they are changing as well. But let's just say a sensible publisher would do this with the game. They would make it as attractive as possible to play this game, and therefore make more people want to spend the 60 euros or maybe 50 euros if it gets a price reduction over time. But more people want to play this game because they see how good it is and that the publisher and developers actually care for the game and put more content in it. Is EA going to do that with Titanfall though? I don't know. I really hope they're doing this. So, in other words, the main not complaint, but the main fear I have about Titanfall is that EA is going to milk this franchise because it's going to be very successful. So what does milking the franchise mean? It is not even a franchise. I think a franchise you can also only call a thing a franchise if there's more than one product of it, which is not the case with Titanfall as of yet. The game is not even out yet. So yeah, if it's gonna be a successful game, oh god. What keeps EA from pulling a Call of Duty on Titanfall? What would be a good reason for them, or what would stop them from churning out Titanfall 2 in 2 years' time to make people buy the new Titanfall, which has maybe one more gimmicky gameplay feature that you didn't have in Titanfall 1, and that's it, but you have to pay $60. So, do you get my point? If I'm sorry, this is the game really makes me
Pilot,
lose
your
my
Titan will be ready
mind
in 2
as soon
minutes.
as I'm playing it. It's really hard to concentrate on the game and on talking. But the point that I wanted to make is really important, I think, because yeah, I can see EA putting out 15 euro DLC map packs for Titanfall, and that way keeping or thinking that they could keep the game alive. And I think people would actually buy these map packs or content packs because they would probably like the game. But is this really what Titanfall deserves? I don't think so. I no. I don't want Titanfall to turn into a yearly franchise. Absolutely not, because I know that Call of Duty is doing very well, but I really don't like the publishing model of Call of Duty, because I think it makes the games feel very hollow, and
Ready in 60 seconds.
you can see that there's not a lot of love put into those games. They are just, I don't know, it's like a sports game. It's just a roster update every year. It's just, I don't know, there's no heart in those games anymore. It's very hard to make a proper argument out of this, I know, because still the games do sell very well. Now, Titanfall does have a lot of heart in it. You can really notice this in the way the whole game is made. I think the devs really love their game and would like to see it do well. And I've read some articles about Titanfall and Titanfall being able to be
Okay, your Titan's prepped for launch.
oh god, Titanfall being moddable by the community, and right now there are no plans at all to make this game moddable. And I think in the articles that I've read, the developers of this game, Respawn Entertainment, would really like the game to be able to support mods. So this would mean that players could I mean, there are a lot of people that can really do wonders with 3D programs and make new robots, make new weapons, make new maps, maybe make new game modes. And if your game supports modding, this also means that your game has a potentially very bright future, because people can make their own content which they would actually like to see. And if the developers and the publishers see that this is doing well, they might incorporate things like this officially in the game. But EA is not really known for their modder friendliness. Absolutely not. And I think they would rather make some content, or make Respawn Entertainment make some content that they could then sell, which people would probably buy because they want more Titanfall, but which is also not really something that everyone would be happy with. And this is really the biggest fear I have for this game. So I know I've been rambling on for probably the last 25 minutes or whatever, or it really feels like half an hour. And I don't want to paint a devil on the wall, if that actually is an English proverb. It is a German one, so whatever. So I really don't want to be the one who says, oh, this is all going to be to go to hell and things. Whoa. Just come here. That's really cool. No, but I think I got my point across. This is, I really don't trust EA to be nice to this new franchise. I really don't want to see a Titanfall 2 in the next, let's say, 5 years. I really don't. I want to see this game grow and evolve. And, I would happily pay for DLC for this game if it is reasonably priced. I mean, just take a look at Counter-Strike. Well, words are hard. I mean, you can in Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is moddable. You can play on modded servers. You can download custom maps and play those with bots or with your friends. And you could also get an operation pass, which enables you to play chosen and very balanced and good community maps on a matchmaking service, so you don't have to worry about not finding people to play with them. And the operation thing actually worked. I didn't like it at first, I think, but after a while I really got why Valve was doing this, and it really worked. It isn't, you're not feeling left out if you don't. Oh god, the drop. Oh god, I'm gonna die here. You don't really feel left out if you don't get an operation pass, but if you want more out of your game, you can buy it, and it is reasonably priced. It is about 5 or 6 euros when it comes out, and usually if the operation is just going on for another 2 weeks, you can get it for €1 or something like that. And why not incorporate something like this in Titanfall? This would be so awesome, and it would be reasonably priced DLC, and I would, for one, would gladly pay for it. But I'm afraid that if I buy Titanfall when it comes out next month, that I will have fun in the game for about 3 months, and then the first DLC pack comes out, and I think, hey, I paid 50, 60 euros for this, and now I'm supposed to pay again for more content, and why don't you let me play the game for a while and just really get into it? And I'm also afraid that after a year, or a maximum of 2 years, there's Titanfall 2 knocking at the door, and I think I will think to myself that the $50, $60 that, or euros that I spent on Titanfall 1 will be a waste, because the new game is better and all of this. And this is basically what EA has been doing for years with Call of Duty, and is starting to do with the Dragon Age franchise and with the Mass Effect franchise. So yeah, let's leave it at that, shall we? I think I've been rambling out on for this game, or about this game, for quite some time now, so I'm sorry. This was a really rambly video. I think you cannot even call it a let's play. It is more a let's ramble. I think that's what I'm going to call the video. It's a good idea. And yeah, well, these are my thoughts on Titanfall. The game itself is very solid, and I really like it. I don't think there's not enough content. I think also it is important to let people really get to know the content that is in a game. I mean, think of StarCraft. I'm always drawing comparisons to other games here, which is maybe weird, but I mean, think of StarCraft. Let's think of StarCraft 2. You had the campaign. Okay, that was good. You played through the campaign, and then you played multiplayer. Of course, you had different maps, but I mean, the official ladder maps weren't that many. I mean, 4 or 5 or maybe 6 maps, and you had your 3 races. And I mean, after playing 1 or 2 days with all 3 races, you knew all of their units. So you basically knew everything the game had to offer, and you got to know it in a maximum of 2 days. But that doesn't mean that the game is just as fun for 2 days. You don't need that much new content all the time. You can also get to know the strengths and weaknesses of all the content that the game has to offer. And I think the same could apply to Titanfall. I mean, you can put different loadouts on your pilot and your Titan, and you can work out which loadout works best against certain enemies and on certain maps and all of this. Give people time to find out what's going on with this. And this is the way that esports is created again. This is StarCraft 1 wasn't supposed to be an esport. Nobody knew what esports was at the time when StarCraft 1 came out. Or maybe it was, but people spent a lot of time playing StarCraft and finding out what works against certain strategies, and boom, you had esports because people just spent a lot of time tinkering with the game. And there were no DLC things for StarCraft. There was a well thought out expansion pack called Brood War, when Blizzard noticed, hey, people are playing this game online on a daily basis, and they are getting really good at it, and we have to be very careful with what we're implementing in the game. And there weren't actually that many new units in Brood War, but there was I mean, the couple of units that they added just changed the whole game dramatically. So what I'm saying is, you don't need, this is not an MMO, you don't need new content every 2 weeks or whatever and pay for this content. Let people tinker with the game. And this is what I would like to see with Titanfall. I wanted to end this video, right? I could probably ramble on about this game for hours, because I think I've really fallen in love with it, and I want to see it succeed. So yeah, let me think if you agree or disagree with me in the comments. So I would really like to see some more opinions on this, because I mean, everybody is bringing out their opinions on this game. So well, tell me about your opinion about Titanfall in the comment section. Also, if you want to see me play more of this, let me know. I would be happy to do this. So that's it for the time being. I'll see you all again next time.